Hello everyone. In today's video, we will cover what is application context. In my previous video, we understood what IOC container is and bean is. In this video, we'll further understand application context because in our upcoming videos and even in our upcoming project, application context is the entry point. And this is very basic and quite important to understand. So what is application context? As we have seen in my earlier video that application context is an advanced version of Bean Factory. Bean Factory and application context both are interface, whereas application context is an interface which is under ORG Spring Framework Context Application Context Package. Application context represent the Spring IOC container. So we have Spring IOC container, then we have Bean Factory, then we have application context. Application context is responsible for instantiating, configuring, and assembling your beans. As in my previous video, we understood that bean is just an object, whereas Spring IOC containers are maintaining the beans. That's why it is called as beans. Otherwise, they are just an object. Application context help in terms of configuring, managing, and instantiating our bean. Spring IOC container gets its configuration metadata from XML, Java annotation, and Java code. So what this means is that we have done Java annotation or XML based configuration. So basically what happened is, right, so we will define an XML or we will define an annotation based on whatever we have defined in our XML. Spring IOC container is going to read that XML, and then based on that XML it is going to create our objects. In older times, 10 or 15 years ago, we usually use XML, and even in today's world, some old projects which are running in big companies are still being XML based, but they are migrating to annotation based because annotation based is quite simple and quite fast. We'll discuss this differently in later video, but for now just consider XML is very old way of doing it, where Java annotation is quite new. This configuration metadata tells Spring what object to instantiate, configure, and collect. So basically whatever we have defined in our XML or whatever annotation we have used in our class, based on these two things, Spring will know that I need to create object, I need to create bean for these classes. I hope you are understanding this. Now application context have several implementation. There are many implementation, but usually two are quite common: class path and file system based XML application context. If you see the code snippet below, we are creating an object of application context where we are referring to class path XML application context. We are referring our location of XML and we are reading it. Service.xml and do.xml are two XML where we have defined our configuration metadata. Means in this XML we will define how many beans we are using, what those beans are responsible for, what are their bean scope, all the property of bean we are going to define in this XML. Below you will see we are getting our bean. So user service is our class which we have annotated with a service annotation. By that, in that we are getting a method get user credential. This is the basic syntax of writing how to get a bean. Then we are getting all the user which are present in my DAO service. So this is very old way of doing or getting the bean object, whereas in today's world we are using annotation based. Now what is the difference between class path and file system? Here I am using class path, but usually for your knowledge purpose I'll just show it to you that class path and file system both are same, It's just that class path is referring to the class path means wherever your project folder is. Means whenever you are creating any project, right? You have the basic structure or basic folder structure of that project. So that will be considered as class path. Now, file system path is that, for example, your project is located at floor 1 and you are accessing your file in floor 2. So you need to provide that direction of floor 2. Whereas class path is something that you are referring to floor 1. So you don't need to tell the address of floor 1 to floor 1, right? Because you know, right, that I'm in floor 1. So my address is floor 1. But in file system, this is in file system, it is different floor. It is floor 2. So in from to access floor 1, to access floor 2 from floor 1, you need the path to floor 2. That's what it is in this file system is. That's it. Usually people ask this question and people usually get confused that why we have two things. It's just moreover the same. It's just that it is a way of sort of writing something in different manner. I hope you like this, and if you like it, I hope you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.